Our next unknown is the y variable, and maybe this will be slightly trickier. If you look at where 5y plus 21, and I think I'll just use a totally different, let's use yellow over here. So 5y plus 21 is listed or indicated over there, and then 2y minus 13 over here. Now, how do I relate those two angles in order to solve for the unknown? Well, if I look in terms of alternate and corresponding and co-interior angles within this parallelogram, you of course would say, well, that looks like it's co-interior angles. And yes, 5y plus 21 degrees is co-interior to angle B, or angle A is co-interior to angle B. However, angle B is split between 2x minus 10 degrees and 2y minus 13 degrees. Now, if we know the value of 2x minus 10 degrees, we can then simply include that in our calculation using co-interior angles. In other words, we would now first need to go find out the actual numerical value. Ons moet die numeriese waarde gaan bereken van 2x minus 10 grade, want as ons hierdie, no sorry, wrong side there, as ons hierdie hoek se waarde weet, dan kan ons daai hoek dan gebruik in die berekening, en dan kan ons dan vir y oplos deur middel van die koopbinnehoeke. So we can then go ahead and calculate the value of, and again here I like to name the angles as they appear in the diagram. So 2x minus 10 degrees is angle ABD. ABD. So this angle over here. So ABD is equal to 2x minus 10 degrees. So I'll start there. I can say angle ABD is equal to 2x minus 10 degrees. But because I know the value of x now, I can say 2 times 28 degrees, which is what we just calculated earlier, minus 10 degrees. And that, of course, 2 times 28 is 56. Minus 10 degrees. That means that angle ABD, in fact, is equal to 46 degrees. Now, how is this useful? Well, if I can just clear up a bit here, that means that this angle over here is 46 degrees. And if I go back and use that in my calc, so what I wanted to do, what we aim to do is to calculate y using co-interior angles. So we know that angle B as a whole, if I can just, without messing this up too much, this whole angle here is co-interior to angle A. So that means 46 degrees plus 2y minus 13 degrees, which is this whole angle here, that would be co-interior to angle A. So let's go and write that out. I can now say that 5y, and again, maybe here it is just to keep things orderly. I will first write it out in its original symbols and then use substitution. So I know that angle A plus angle B, the whole of angle B, is equal to 180 degrees, and the reason for that is co-interior angles. So let's start there. If I say angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees, so that's nice and simple. Reason is co-interior angles, and of course, which parallel lines are we using here? That is AD parallel to BC. So dit is koopbinnehoeke, en die rede daarvoor is AD natuurlijk evenwydig aan BC. Now from here we can use then that fact as our base, and we can start substituting. So angle A, of course, we know is 5y plus 21 degrees, so we can substitute and say, okay, 5y plus 21 degrees plus, what is angle B? Now be careful, angle B, of course, is split into two parts here. The one part we calculated as 46 degrees, And the other part, of course, is 2y minus 13. So 46 degrees plus 2y minus 13 altogether gives us angle B. So we write that as follows. So that is plus angle B, which is 46 degrees, plus the 2y minus 13 degrees. I'm not using brackets for the 2y minus 13 because there's a plus sign outside, so it will not influence anything. Right, so this is basically rewriting A plus B. So what I've written here now is the same thing there, just using substitution for, of course, angle A, which is 5y plus 21, and angle B, which is this whole piece over here, which is 46 plus the 2y minus 13. And all of that, of course, is equal to 180 degrees. We, of course, don't need to write the reason again. We already did it in the first line. And now what's left to do is we can see, of course, there's only one unknown in this equation, which is y. And that is what we want because we want to solve for the value of y. So we'll add up all the like terms as usual. We've got 5y plus the 2y. And then we've got all the numbers, which is 21 plus 46. And then also minus 13. Right, so again, that's 21 plus 46 minus the 13. And that gives us 54 degrees on the one side, and of course that's all equal to 180. Then I've got 5y plus 2y, which gives me 7y, and I'll subtract 54 from both sides to give me 126. En dan natuurlijk deel ons beide kante met 7. En ons kry y gelyk aan 18 grade. So there we've solved for the value of y. And that means we have answered the whole question. So we found a, we found x, and then we found also the value of y. So this was quite a lengthy problem. It's only lengthy in this video because I need to try to explain every aspect of the problem. And hopefully that is helping. And hopefully it will add value to your understanding of solving quadrilaterals.